Welcome to Aventra, Module 2, Dart Basics. This is Lesson 1 of 11, Variables. We will cover this topic deeply with clear examples so you can use it in real Dart and Flutter projects. Welcome to Module 2, Dart Basics. In this lesson, we start with variables, one of the most important ideas in programming. A variable is simply a named place in memory where you store a value so you can use it later. Think of it like a labeled box. You write a name on the outside, and inside you put some data. Whenever you need that data again, you just use the name. In Dart, you create a variable by writing the type first, then the name, then an equals sign, and finally the value. For example, string name equals quote ollie quote. Here, string tells Dart that this variable will hold text. The name of the variable is name, and the value stored inside is ollie. Another example is int age equals 22. The type int means a whole number, and age holds the value 22. Once a variable exists, you can read it, print it, or use it in calculations. One powerful feature of variables is that you can change them. After creating age as 22, you can later write age equals 23. The box keeps the same label, but the content inside changes. This is why we call it a variable, because the value can vary. Good naming is a skill every developer should practice. Use clear names that describe what the data represents. Instead of X or temp, prefer username, item count, or is logged in. Your future self will thank you when you read your code months later. Dart also lets you print variables easily. Using print with string interpolation, you write $sign followed by the variable name inside a string, and Dart inserts the current value automatically. Variables are the foundation of every program. Whether you are building a Flutter app or a command line tool, you will constantly create variables to remember user input, calculations, settings, and state. Master this simple pattern: type, name, equals, value, and you have taken your first real step in Dart. Let us recap variables. Key point 1. A variable is a named storage box. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Key point 2. Declare with type and name, then assign value. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Key point 3. Use meaningful names like username, total price. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Key point 4. Variables can be updated after creation. This is important because it helps you write clean, predictable Dart code and avoid common beginner mistakes. Now study the code example carefully. Read each line from top to bottom. Try to predict the output before running the program. Then type the same code in your editor, run it, and modify one value at a time. When you experiment line by line, the concept becomes much clearer than just listening. Practice exercise. Create a small Dart program that uses today's concept at least 3 times. First, use it in a simple example. Second, combine it with an if condition. Third, print the result so you can verify your understanding. This 3-step practice method is simple, but very effective for long-term memory. Common beginner mistake: rushing to Flutter widgets before understanding Dart basics. If variables, types, and operators are clear, Flutter becomes much easier because you are only learning UI patterns, not programming fundamentals at the same time. Keep a notebook of short code snippets from each lesson. Review those snippets for 5 minutes daily. Small daily review beats long sessions once a week. Thank you for learning with Aventra. Practice variables today and continue to the next lesson.